What's up, YouTube? Your boy Ziggy doing, man. Real quick, I want to address something. That way I don't have to explain it to 5, 6, 7 people, 5, 6, 7 different times. So, some people may or may not know, most people do. I have chosen to get rid of all of my social media platforms. No Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram. All the other ones I didn't use anyway. Snapchat, Tumblr, Pinterest. I didn't use those anyway. But the three big ones, man, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I recently, well, a while ago actually, decided to get rid of them. And I wanted to make this video to let everybody understand why I did it so that there won't be any confusions, because a lot of people think that I blocked them or removed them from my friends list or whatever, and that's not the case. I just removed my accounts completely. So let's start way back in my Facebook days. I use Facebook, and it was really more so to, connect with my friends, a couple of family members, see pictures, see how everybody was doing, share a couple of my insights and read on their stuff. And it was totally harmless in the beginning, check it every now and then. But over time, Facebook evolved. It turned into more than just reconnecting with your friends and family, between all the apps and games and the ads, it got a little bit overwhelming. But for me, what I was finding myself doing is I was getting emotionally involved in a social media platform for no reason at all. I would read comments and feel some kind of way about them and then give my opinion and go back and forth, and I would actually follow days and days of certain topics just to see, what was going on with it. And that ended up it didn't consume my life per se, but I was too emotionally invested in it, and I didn't really like that. So another one of my good friends told me about Instagram. It's like, hey, why don't you just use Instagram? I was like, what's that? And they're like, well, you can post pictures and leave little comments under them. And unlike Facebook, it's not a free-for-all as when you comment. Like, you just leave a comment and keep going about your business. So, I checked it out and I thought it was cool. I wasn't really into sharing pictures like that, but you have to actually put a picture to make a post. So, I went to Instagram, and I left Facebook alone years ago. I was just wasting too much time and energy into that platform for no reason at all. It's like, why am I even using this? And a lot of people that use Facebook who say they don't need it or they don't have it all the time, they may, be a little bit addicted to it. Some people, for that social media they value that more than actual likes in real life. And I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't ever want to, take a picture, then 20 minutes later, go check to see who liked it and who made a comment. I didn't want to be in that crowd. So I got rid of my Facebook completely, years ago. Never looked back. So, Instagram was kind of like the next thing for me. And I actually like Instagram. I like Instagram. You post a picture, you leave a comment, I can see what my family and friends are doing via picture and not just some random post about this or that. So it was still a lot of extra, but not as much as Facebook, So you still got the ads, and Facebook actually owns Instagram. A lot of people don't know that. And you still got the ads and stuff, but Instagram was more, it was much less of a cesspool than Facebook. I'll just say that. Now, I stopped putting pictures of myself on my social media platform unless it was related to my music. I didn't have any pictures of me in my Instagram. It was more so of little comments and memes and little funny videos. And that was the main design of my Instagram. It's just a little something somebody could look at and probably get a laugh from. And then I made a little channel for my music, and that was open to the public. If you want to hear my music, you can go there, look at it. If you like it, check it out on SoundCloud. If not, whatever, keep moving. So that was the draw of that. And then I had another friend who told me about Twitter. Now, I knew about Twitter before Instagram, and I actually did have a Twitter account before Instagram, but I never really used it. So I wasn't very active on it. My Twitter account was more so geared towards my working out, right? That was more my working out and like motivational type deals. I didn't I didn't tweet every day like Donald Trump. I didn't tweet every day, but I use that more so as my workout like outlet for the social media world. So Twitter was for my workouts, and I had Instagram for more so my music. And it was cool, but then, obviously you guys, I'm pretty sure everybody knows how they share our data and how people pay to collect our data and everything. And I'm not really a big fan of that. I understand if you use anything connected to the internet, then your data is shared to the world, but I didn't like how Instagram did it. Facebook does it too, and I'm sure all the other platforms do it. They drive, if you make a post about needing something like, just had a hurricane, a roof caved in, yada, yada, then, 10, 20 minutes later, you're getting ads about roof replacements and stuff like that. And I'm not really a big fan of that. So I was kind of on the fence with the Instagram thing, because I know, hey, Instagram is kind of like I have followers and people that support me, and they, follow me through Instagram, my music and everything. So I was like on the fence, like, well, if I do get rid of it, I'm going to lose those followers and everything. But what was the final straw for me was I just made a simple decision. I was like, you know what, Ziggy, you got to make a choice. All this time you spend on social media platforms, could you be doing something more productive with it? And I realized that I could. So that was the final straw for me. I can't speak for anyone else, and everyone is entitled to their opinion and why they do what they do. But for me, I decided to focus more on my family, on my kids. They're growing, they're not getting younger, and I didn't want to find myself wasting time on social media that I could be using to interact with my children or, teach them growth and development in anything. If I could spend 5 minutes with my kids just looking at a wall, I'd rather do that than spend 5 minutes on social media reading a tweet or a comment or a picture about somebody that has no relevance in my life, So that was the last straw for me. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna completely get rid of it. And I do have a lot of people that are saying you shouldn't have got rid of your Instagram. You should keep, a social media platform, because there are people that actually support you and like you and follow you, and that's fine and dandy. But I'll always have my YouTube, YouTube is never going away. And my traffic on those channels were more so to actually drive people towards my YouTube channel, So I was on the fence with it, and to all my followers and people that actually support me and like me, it's no knock to you guys. I just made a life choice. I chose to give up the social media and focus on my real life, things that are going on with me and my kids and everything. And I hope you guys can respect that and understand it. But those are the reasons I got rid of my social media, man. Like I say, some people, maybe they can't live without social media. They need that reassurance they get from some random person liking the picture they took with makeup on, or maybe they got a muscle shirt on, or, they need that reassurance. I've never needed that. I've always been able to reassure myself, and that's been my motivation my whole life. So the social media platform never was a ego booster or some kind of motivation I needed. If I'm having a bad day, let me check my social media and have a good day. I never needed that. So that's never what it was for. But those are the reasons I got rid of my social media, man. I'll always be on Facebook. Obviously, I'll always be on Google+. But if you guys, if you guys have an opinion or something about it, you can always leave a comment. You can always email me. And the people that really are dear and close to me know how to reach me outside of, social media. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I say, anybody that support me and like me, everything, I really appreciate it. If you guys have anything to say, comments, email, let me know. But that's why I got rid of my social media, man. No knock to nobody. And I wasn't going to make a big announcement. I didn't need to say, hey, I'm leaving soon, because then to me, that feels like, you reaching out, you're wanting somebody to stop you or to give you reasons why you shouldn't leave. You see it all the time on social media. Somebody will post something like, oh, I'm gonna be leaving in a few, I gotta stay away from this social media, or blah, blah. And they don't really want to leave. They just want somebody to comment, oh, don't leave, don't go. I don't need that. I'm here one day, gone the next. Because the things that matter the most to me and my children are in my face. So I don't need the social media reassurance and all the different opinions and everything. You get yourself, you will find out that you can get caught up in a lot of the social media hype just by making one comment or somebody commenting about something you don't like. And I don't want to be a part of it, man. I don't want to be the guy at work or driving down the road checking my social media every 2 or 3 hours. Why? So, but to each their own, man. We all do what we like and what makes us comfortable, what makes us happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. So for me, my happiness never was social media. My happiness is my children, and that's what I focus on. So that's it, man. I tried to keep this video short and sweet, but I ended up running my mouth, as always. Got more videos coming up for the channel, more content, music still coming out, so there's always that. But that's it, man. So till the next video, man, everybody be easy.
Season 3, Sister Sledge with it. Why? Cause we a family. Sleeping in the back of my truck, I wasn't right. Now it's popcorn theater room on movie nights. Take trips anywhere they wantin' to go. It's like Christmas every day. They don't need it to snow. Front yard bounce house, jump in the sky. Backyard fireworks, 4th of July. At your swimming pool, T.I. shit was holding her breath. Malaysia jumping off the diving board, it scared me to death. Yeah.